Hi guys. So it's 6 months on T. For me. Update. Yes. I can't really tell if anything has changed. To be honest. Perhaps like a bit more hair coming in, or losing a bit more hair. I just, my mate cut my hair for me, and it had been growing really long, and so I couldn't really see. But I was quite surprised when it did get cut, uh, just how much of my hair I've lost, basically. And I know that you expect your hairline to change, but it's creeping back quite a way, and I got some grey hair as well, kind of coming in. I think actually you can see it. That's not the light either. It's just grey. Um, so yeah, there's that. I can't really think of much else, to be honest. Physical wise, sort of body wise, um, apart from the fact that my concentration's still really bad, um, and I'm just exhausted, like almost like like if you've got a really bad flu or something, and it's kind of quite sore to keep your eyes open, and you just feel really um, bleh, like I feel like that all the time. And I'm not ill, I'm fine. I just feel really crappy. And I've tried, sometimes you have too much sleep. So I've tried having less sleep. And I've tried being a bit more active. I've tried having more sleep. I've tried, I don't know, like not drinking as much, or not having sugar after a certain time, or watching how much caffeine I drink. Nothing seems to matter. I think it is literally just part of you know changes. Just your body needs its rest. But it's really annoying because it's really affects work, and my ability to do work when you can't concentrate and you're constantly shattered. Then sort of social, psychological, I guess. Went out on Friday night, had a really, really, really shitty time. It was lovely to see my friends that I'd gone out to see or whatever. Um, but I went to a pub that I don't go to anymore because their toilet situation is um, not. I don't feel comfortable, so I don't go to that pub anymore. But a friend who hasn't been in town for a very long time showed up, and that was where they chose to go. And I thought, well, I'll give it a go. But it's one cubicle, no lock on the cubicle, and very small, very tight, packed kind of environment, and three rhinos opposite. And I, my friend, had made a few mistakes with names and pronouns. Excuse me, through the course of the evening, and if I say that like I wasn't sure if the guys on the table behind us were celebrating a good football result or a stag night, then you might have an image in your head of the kind of group of 20 or 30 lads that were sat behind us, and I wasn't quite sure what they'd heard or if they'd heard or anything like that. But they don't have a disabled toilet, and then I couldn't go in the ladies, so I went into the loo, no problem, and there was another guy behind me also waiting on the cubicle, um, and like one of these guys, drunk guys that I was like, oh look at them, they're all waiting for a shit, and his other mate was like, oh no no no, they've all just got tiny cocks, don't want to show. This is all fine, right? This is all just like drunk guys on a Friday night out being twats in like it's fine. But like this guy was then like, oh, we should make them show us. We should make them show us, or I'll just kick the door down when they're in the loo, like whatever. And I was just like, oh fuck, like it was just terrifying. It was really scary for me because I was like, okay, fine, they don't know I'm trans, and they're just guys being dickheads in the pub on a Friday. But what if they did kick the door down? Like what if this did happen? What would happen then? Like, and it kind of wasn't. oh, that's one person and I'll never see that person again. It was kind of like, that could happen any Friday night in any pub. Do you know what I mean? And then when's the time when you're not lucky and they do decide to kick the door down, and what then? You know, like, so it really shat me up and really scared me. And I think just kind of made me aware that sometimes the world's a bit of a scary and dangerous place for trans people, which I knew, but I don't know, it just really shook me up. Not least because then on my way home, I was like walking home alone and thought, oh, I'll be home soon, be glad to have this night over, be glad to kind of be home safe. And then out of nowhere on the corner of my street, this guy just fucking walked past, and just shoulder barged me really hard. And like took my hat or whatever. Basically because he thought that if he invaded my space in that way, then I'd start a fight with him, and I didn't want to fight him, so he was very frustrated by that. And the whole thing like rounded off in like this bizarre altercation where I was just like, no, I'm not gonna fight you, like, don't be fucking ridiculous. But he was very aggressive and it scared the shit out of me, and he was very threatening. And I was lucky because I didn't get hurt, and he, you know, didn't kind of take any more of my shit or whatever, because he was pretty determined that he was just going to keep taking my shit until I started to hit him, and I was just like, I really don't want to do that. Especially as you've intimated that you may be concealing a weapon. This does not sound like a sensible idea to me. I am literally 10 doors away from my front door. So, yeah, and just the combination of those two events just really shat me up, basically. So it hasn't been a great week. But I'm feeling much better now. And like I say, I can't really notice any physical changes to keep people updated with. And, oh, the other thing, very exciting. So I have mentioned on my videos a few times before that I rarely, if ever, in the last 10 years have run further than a bus stop or the bar at closing time. And I was approached by a friend who, I don't know why, really, because I'm not your obvious choice for this kind of a question, but sort of said, you know, like, do you want to do this 10k run in London in July? And I was like, And then she said it's for the Albert Kennedy Trust, which, for those of you who don't know, it's a really awesome charity, and it supports LGBT homeless youth. And it is LGBT, not just like LGB. Oh, we'd better put a T on the end. Like, you know, they really do support the spectrum of kind of youth queers who are homeless or vulnerably housed. And I thought, oh shit, like, I can't say no now. It's such a good cause. So yeah, I am doing that, and I am going to clean my act up, because I've got like a clear target to aim for now. So I'm going to be doing that, and I will no doubt keep people updated with how that is going. At the moment, I can run about a third of a kilometre without collapsing, which is pretty much the end of the street and back. So I've got a way to go, and only about 2.5 months to sort it out, and I'm going to be in Ireland for a significant portion of that time. So it's going to be interesting, but I'll get there. So yeah. Anyway, this was a bit rambly, but yeah, 6 months on tea for me. Hooray! See you in a month, I guess. Okay, bye.